What is good? Diamond Dynasty, baby. Y'all already know what's going on in this video today. Today, man, as you guys can tell, my nigga Tay is running up the bag. She's running up the check, okay? So, like I said in the previous video, it seemed like a lot of the talk was financial. Money, 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 money. Let's just do these videos, all right? Fuck all of that shit. Let's just run up the bag together type, thing. She came out with the swindle videos, how to swindle an empath. She came out with the other video talking about if she paid Lou. She came out with a short to, I guess show the receipts. So, I guess they're gonna run up the bag together. I don't know if Lou is gonna, respond to it, but I'm pretty sure she will. So this is the new season of Love and YouTube with Tay and Lou, starring Tay and Lou, guys. So make sure that you guys tap in for all the videos, all the reactions. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell that ain't your mama to tell that Uncle Joey's still a hoe. Let's get right into the video, man. Let's get it.
I get straight to the bullet points and
let's get to it.
Not drag this along, although
I love it. Let's get to it because it's 33 minutes. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. This has to be a long explanation, although I don't want to have to speak about this for a long time because in order for you guys to understand why we're here,
okay,
why it took me so long to post what I had to say,
okay,
why I posted it when I posted it,
okay, yes, and thank you. I want to hear all of this.
All the other questions, am I controlling, am I a narcissist, and was I really abused? All of those questions, you have to see the patterns of the people that we're talking about, which is me and her.
All right, let's see.
And I can't explain patterns of people without explaining our history.
Right, because we don't know y'all, for real. We just know what y'all showed us, and what y'all showed us was just a good time. So we don't know y'all,
To see why we ended up where we are. Before we get to that, though, I want to talk about this video that you guys see on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
This video that you...
with the baby daddy, right? Y'all messy as hell for that, but anyway.
You guys see on TikTok is a video of Lanai's dad and myself. 2 months ago, I blocked Lanai's dad, as well as the rest of Lanai's family. The reason I did that is because as a part of my recovery and healing, I had to let go of her family.
Right. That's important.
Because ultimately, it was her family.
That's important. That's important.
And because it was dangled over my head as her family so often, I had to cut out that way to control me. So I would have preferred to be by myself and manage and learn to deal with shit by myself than to feel like I'm intruding on her family.
Right. So
2 months later, we fast forward to 2 months later, I dropped this video on YouTube, the last video about what happened. And I'm sitting on the balcony trying to de-stress because obviously this is a very stressful thing. And I see Kenny running up my staircase.
Oh, shit.
You have to know how scared I was.
Right.
Because, again, I haven't spoken to this man in 2 months. I'm assuming he's coming to avenge his child's mother.
What the fuck is you doing popping up, bro?
And I don't know. Even though I know him to never,
be that type
away towards me at all, I don't know him really like that.
Right.
It's been 2 months. There's a lot of shit that has transpired in those 2 months.
Man.
When I opened the door, he gave me the biggest hug of my life, and instantly, everything, all the stress and tension that I was feeling and thought about, it went away. Why did it go away? Because a person that actually was there, who is not related to me, who has no loyalty to me, could show up for me and let me know you see me and I'm still family. That's so freaking important in this situation because I need you guys to understand.
Okay.
If the way I'm being presented was the true person I am, okay? Was the true person I am, why would I be able to garner that type of support from a person who has no loyalty to me? Why?
I don't know, fam. I don't know.
The conversation was innocent. The vibe was uplifting. And I'm just very thankful that I received that little blessing. Although he might not understand, I received that little blessing to feel empowered to know that somebody who was actually there, not my friends or family or her friends or family who never saw anything but heard stuff, somebody who actually experienced the both of us. could show up and say, I see you, sis. Let's get to the video. Everything I say in this video is all going to have a purpose. I'm so sorry if it appears long-winded, but that's just the nature of this type of video, because you cannot explain how drastic things became without explaining the little things that happened leading up to it, so you guys can see how I got caught up in this shit in my perspective. I'm going to keep saying things from my perspective, because she's going to have her perspective, I'm going to have my perspective. Mm-hmm. My ultimate feelings for why this happened for me and why I allow myself to be in a position where I could be manipulated, swindled, abused, and used in the ways that I was.
Swindled is crazy. If you have not seen the video shared proving I was abused, go to my Instagram. Damn, she put that motherfucker in the highlights. I don't think that's something I would want to have on my shit like that, to be honest.
A long time in our relationship, and the little crumbs of truth that I was giving made me feel like this person needed help, and this person was going through some crazy stuff with her child's father, with this, with that, and that. And ultimately, she didn't deserve any of it. So when you're giving little crumbs and then you start to find out more and more of the truth, because the person has to start revealing more of the truth so they can explain their circumstance. It took a long time for me to get the full cookie, y'all. It took a long time for me to get the full cookie. I need to also state that a lot of the things that I'm finna talk about or try to address, along with the things that I want to address already, I don't know if they're going to be all the way correct, because I have not watched Lou's video. I cannot watch Lou's video because at this point in time in my life, it's too painful to watch. I'm not going to cap. It's just too painful to see, to feel like it's like you just can't say sorry. Like it has to be everything else but just saying sorry. But so I asked a friend to tell me.
At this point, why don't y'all both just say sorry to each other and like fucking just move the hell on, right? Because it's like y'all were battling and at war in the relationship, and now after the relationship, y'all are still battling and at war. You know, like, come on, man.
Main parts of it, so that I could respond to it, but not. I don't know if I'm responding like perfectly because I can't watch it. All I can do is, go based off what my friend told me mostly she was talking about. So number one, I'm assuming she mentioned that she's an atmosphere model.
Yeah.
Y'all already saw the messages of when we first met. The first thing I ever asked this woman is she a model? The first thing she ever told me was no.
Okay, we got receipts. I like receipts. Let's see. I hope this reaches you in great spirits. I don't know what to say or why I'm sending this. I'm sure this will get lost in a sea of messages. I guess I'll just say good luck in all of your endeavors. Vibrate high, queen. Okay? I appreciate the good vibes. What's your name? Random question. Do you model? Oh, shit. She trying to recruit. I see you, Tay. Tay trying to recruit off bat, all right? So she said, my name is Lou. What's yours? I used to. It's never been a passion of mine, though. I just fit the bill, tall and skinny. So I went along with it for years. So to answer that, no, I don't. Not any longer. Tay, I answered my own question.
Okay? This is real Instagram.
So Tay, shit, she went to the profile. She said, I like what I see. Let me go ahead and, let me shoot my shizzards.
It's the same Instagram DM that I have, the same Instagram DM that she has. So from the first moment, I was not told something true. But, okay, we gonna say that, I did find out that she was an atmosphere model, but we gonna touch base on that.
Okay.
Lou had a lot of time to vet the person that I was because Lou knew who I was. She contacted me first before I knew who she was. And that's also clear in the...
I did say that y'all need to vet before stepping into a relationship, right? That's very important to vet. Like, we can't fuck for 2 days and then automatically move in. That shit's wild to me. But anyway.
Lou knew who I was. Lou had a lot of time to vet the person that I was because Lou knew who I was. She contacted me first before I knew who she was. And that's also clear in the messages. Lou saw the type of girlfriend I was to my previous girlfriend. She already saw it. I'm just making sure you guys understand. Everything I say holds value. Yeah. She already saw that I was a good girlfriend. So in her already seeing that I was a good girlfriend, in hindsight, I realized I was the perfect mark for her. Okay?
Oh, shit. Not the mark. Okay. Not the mark.
She questioned me about if I had a girlfriend. I told her yes. She backed off. I deleted all the pictures of my girlfriend on my page like not shortly after, because it was really rocky, which I described, and shortly after that, she spun the block. We had the whole conversation, whether you be a model, whatever the case may be. It was a good conversation. It led to our first date. So red flag number one is you telling these people you a model, but the first thing you told me was you're not a model. Because I only asked her because I was practicing photography in the moment, and I felt like that would be a great, first date. Let me shoot you, I try to be like a little cutesy.
A little Titanic situation, let me paint you type shit, right?
See, whatever.
In
the conversations that we have, I need y'all to understand Lou has a crazy gift of gab. It even shows up on the camera. She's very soothing. I'm not soothing. I'm really rough around the edges. I'm from New York. She's very soothing, very namaste, very Erykah Badu, and that's what she was giving me in a moment where I just had come from a situation where a girl didn't tell me she had an STD that she knew she had until very late in the relationship. Okay, so I'm coming from a very vulnerable space where I'm like, oh my god, like thank God I escaped not having that.
Y'all better get y'all blood work, man.
But like, this is crazy. Like I'm going from like a person with a very like attitude to this like namaste, oh my gosh, you want a crystal type of person. So I'm like, this is great. And also when I had the conversations with Lou, she would show me pictures of things about her life that would allow me to believe she was living a life that I later found out, again, the little crumbs you're giving a person, not giving them the whole cookie, giving little crumbs to a person, I would later find out was totally false. She would show me pictures of like the way she was living, and it would be like a picture of a penthouse and like things that were like way more than I could afford, okay? Like not things that were in my budget or whatever the case may be. And it just led me to believe that she was like, a stable person. Like she had it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's good. I got my version. I don't have a lot, but I have enough to, take you out, make sure I could take care of myself, things like that. I was a social worker. Y'all all know that. I had the same job for 7 years, promoted throughout the job, but worked at the same place for 7 years, graduated, went straight to work. That was my life story. As clean freaking cut as it freaking can get, bro. Like never no trouble, never nothing like that. Never been in no trouble before. The second red flag for me should have been that you live in a penthouse, but you don't have a phone. You don't have no phone. Why? According to her at the time, it was broken. Again, I will let you guys know what really happened.
The fuck?
According to her, it was broken, and that's why if she was out, she couldn't call or whatever the case may be, and she had to wait for signals or whatever the case, go to Dunkin' Donuts, whatever. So you living in a penthouse, but you can't afford to replace your phone. Mind you, we were talking for a while, like at least a week. I can't remember the exact amount of time, but she didn't come meet.
Not a while. A week is not a while, Tay. I gotta call you out on that. A week is not a while, my nigga. A month is not a while. But hey.
Me right away.
Like I said, we are U-Haul lesbians. For some fucking reason, we just got to move at the speed of light. But anyway.
We were talking for at least a week before she came. So you mean to tell me in a week you can't replace your phone? I should have known better. Again, I'm enamored. I am just enamored by this beautiful person wanting to talk to me.
But you didn't know her. How do you know she's beautiful? How did she prove that she was beautiful to you? You know what I'm saying? Beauty ain't just out on the outside. Matter of fact, that's the least important part. Of course, you want to be attracted to the bitch, right? But I say all the time, man, your beauty is in your duty. What, you know what I'm saying? What have you done for me lately? Honestly, like, it's underneath everything that you see on the outside. So how is she beautiful? You didn't even know the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Me. So I overlook all of that stuff, and eventually we decide to meet.
Yeah.
This is where the third red flag should have come in. I buy the first round of drinks.
It was a whole bunch of red flags. Okay.
I got the money on my card, so yeah, paid for it. She says, oh, I'm going to get the second round of drinks.
Okay.
She goes up to the bar. I realize she's taking a long time, so I go up like, yo, what's going on? She's like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why. Like, my card is not working.
Oh, you're not one of them, is it?
So I go ahead and pay for the round, and I'm like, that can happen to anybody. It has happened to me before. Don't worry about it. Like, we was having a great vibe. I wasn't paying attention to the things right in freaking front of me, y'all. I found out that she's an atmosphere model, and initially it's presented the same way it's been presented to you guys on camera. You know, she just had it going on. She had this job and stuff like that and all this stuff. I'm gonna tell you guys what atmosphere modeling for her really was. When you're an atmosphere model, you can be paid. Some people are paid. Some people do it for trade. Okay, some people trade the atmosphere gig for housing. And there's no income, okay?
I never heard of that in my life. I was kind of confused when she said that because I didn't know you could do that. That automatically make me think, like, what else be going on, you know, to where you can get a free housing just to model? What else you doing? You know?
But you're getting paid to live there. That's how you get paid. You get paid via free rent. So when she was showing me pictures of this penthouse and all that stuff, I did not know that there were 15 other girls living in that penthouse. I thought it was just her and her sister. Which is obviously not really her sister, but the person she called her sister. I thought it was just them. That's what I was led to believe. When I actually started to spend more time with her, the little crumbs started to be given to me, little by little, to start to manipulate me. I'm going to tell y'all the crumbs right now. Number one, she never, and if she lies, she was not getting paid to be an atmosphere model. She was getting paid to live there. When you atmosphere model, when you're atmosphere model, the goal of it is for you to go into the club. They give you lots and lots of liquor. Listen, because this is where alcoholism begins.
I'm listening.
They give you lots and lots of liquor. And they want you to party, dance, and just improve the atmosphere of the club. That's what. A lot of y'all don't know what it is because I didn't know what that is before until I met her. And improve the atmosphere of the club. The problem with her gig was once she, like most people that do that don't receive money and just do it for housing, usually have a job, like have an actual job, like during the day, because you do it at night and you don't have to do it every single day of the week. You do it sometimes. So a lot of times they had a job, like they were a waiter or they were doing modeling gigs because they were all models that were supposed to be in there. Lou did not have an extra job. She just did the atmosphere modeling. So she just had housing. She never had an income. And this is very important to note. I'm listening. Also, it's very important to know because these are all the things that will take the whole situation out of context. Like, I forced her to move in with me? Absolutely not. I was given a sob story and in my ways, generous ways.
First of all, nobody can force anybody to fucking move in unless you had a gun to her head and said, bitch, you better move in my fucking house or I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out. That's the only way that she could have literally forced you. I mean, you could have forced her to move in, right? So it's just like, no. You made the choice to go do that with a motherfucker you didn't even know, right? Thinking that she was going to save you. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. You know, Tay, you should have, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. You know, I feel like we all experience different things in our lives and we all make, you know, not the wisest decisions sometimes. It is what it is. It's just a learning lesson, man, you know? But you were definitely a mark, for sure. She had her sights set on you and she looked at your behavior and she was like, oh yeah, definitely. I'm finna come up off this nigga, you know. That's just how I see it from what she's explaining. She definitely was like, oh, okay, yeah, I see a way out.
She already vetted. She already got to see how it was with my last girlfriend. I was the mark. I was the next mark. Anyways.
So.
What I found out not too long after was one, because she didn't have an income, a lot of times she couldn't go see her daughter. She couldn't even afford $25 to go see her daughter. This is what I was told at the time. Let me make it clear. This is what I was told at the time.
Right, never know.
She couldn't afford those type of things, and she had a very tumultuous situation with her child's father, and he didn't allow her to see her, or whatever the case may be. He was keeping her from, Kenny was keeping her, or whatever the case may be. All of this stuff.
Yeah.
All of this stuff. And just FYI, Kenny can confirm everything I'm saying, but I just don't feel that need. I don't know if I said that already, but I just don't feel that that's not necessary at this point.
All right.
What Lou did have as a form of income was Matthew Rosansky's black card, Amex black card.
Who is that? Comment down below.
Okay.
Who's that?
Who is Matthew Rosansky? Matthew Rosansky was a previous boyfriend that she had at Bowie State.
Oh.
Where she went. And seeing as though he was rich, money for him being missing was not as noticeable. Okay, we gonna get there. And this goes back to the first time she tried to buy me a drink.
All right.
What had happened was on the first date with Lou, and this is so ironic.
Do not tell me that she was using that nigga's black card and the shit was declining.
The card that she tried to use was turned off.
Nah.
Why was it turned off? Matthew Rosansky had been out of the country for 2 months. He gave Lou his card. They weren't together. He gave Lou, but they still were obviously in contact, and they were still, I guess, according to her, she would give him have sexual relations.
I'm about to say, still fucking
with him in order to get whatever she needed. This is according to her.
All right.
Okay. We'll say allegedly, because I'm sure she will
prostituting that pussy.
Change it now. Matthew gave her his card, and this is, again, confirmable. This is all confirmable, and I'll tell you how it's confirmable.
Right.
Matthew gave her his card for groceries once, or maybe an Airbnb, whatever the case may be. I don't remember exactly what it was for. She took that card and ran it up for $40,000. Okay?
She up 40 bands at this point. Like, hey. And with that 40 bands, I still ain't got no phone. Now, that's wild.
When he returned back to the country, he realized what she did, started sending her threatening text messages, and reached out to all of the people that she had sent money to in regards to it. And I'll explain to you why, what she would do. Lou does not, I don't know if she has one at this point in time, but for the majority of our relationship and for the majority of her life, she has not had a working bank account or working any of those things, being able to have her own phone line, any of
Lou said the feds watching
of that stuff, because
Who said the feds watching?
she maxed all of that stuff up. She fucked up her credit score, whatever the case may be. She ruined all of that stuff at a young age.
Yeah.
So again, she presented to you guys as a whole person who was just living it up, and I came in and was so destructive. In reality, Lou was scratching and surviving, bro, and that's no joke. She had just got the only means of income she had cut off because he came back into the country and figured out that she had ran his bill up to $40K. How did he know? Because he went to his freaking Amex report card.
Yeah.
Not report card, my bad. Report
bill. Card. Yeah.
Saw Kenny's name along with all her other friends, because what she would do, again, this is confirmable, what she would do is take money from his card, send it to their PayPal, have them cash it out, because according to her, she would tell them, this is, like, you could use this, it's okay. Send it to their PayPal and have them cash it out and Western Union it to her. Okay? This was the scam. Before I didn't know none of this shit.
Yeah, man, the plot thickens. This is some good shit, y'all. This is a good series. I ain't gonna lie.
Kenny to this day cannot use PayPal.
This is great.
PayPal, along with a lot of those people that she sent it to. They can't use PayPal anymore. Because when he reported it to Amex, it closed out all of their accounts. On God, this is the truth. I did not know. I'm dealing with a fraudulent person, bro. And I'm gonna show you guys how manipulative she is.
All right, let's do it.
She didn't tell me none of this shit. I had to find this out one day when we sitting on the bed and I just see her face drop. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? She's like, oh my gosh. And then she really reveals everything. So now, like, again, we've already been spending so much time with one another. I'm already...
What is this, week 2?
Invested. I'm already there. Like, she already has sucked me in. So now it's like, okay, I know this woman has no income. This was her form of income, scamming, and he caught her ass. I don't know why this wasn't red flags for me. I don't know, y'all. That's the only thing. This is why I'm still in therapy now dealing with this shit. Because I don't know why the fuck every single time I saw a new sign, I didn't just leave.
I mean, you got to know yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to know your worth, So... I think that's the basis and foundation of everything that's going on right now.
I should have left so many times from the beginning, but I didn't.
Yeah.
When it came to the housing situation, it's been made to say that I forced her to leave her housing. This is, again, confirmable. Her housing was shaky as hell. The person that she was dealing with, there's a person that leads the modeling. Basically, a person really just rents a freaking apartment, and they have connections with clubs, right? And that person houses these people, and they get them to go to the club. The person that was the person that was renting these apartments was like a shiesty individual. Let's put it like that. Mm-hmm. He would have them moving from here to here, here to there, whatever the case may be. When she would tell me about it, this was the sob story I was getting for her. I don't know where I'm finna live. I don't know what's going on. Mind you, she does not have a job, confirmable. She don't have no job. I have a job. I'm spending all of this time with you. You're telling me your housing is not shaky. You just revealed to me that you scammed this man for $40,000 and you're afraid he's going to beat your ass because he was so abusive in a relationship that you had.
You fell for the damsel in distress, my bro. I mean, I would have heard you out, baby girl, but I can't do shit for you. I ain't got nothing for you, baby. And I'm definitely not going to be involved with you. He not finna be coming for me to get to you, bitch. Bye. Bye-bye, ta-ta, you know? But that's what I said, man. It's all boils down to loving yourself, knowing your worth and all of that, man. Because I promise you, if she did, none of this shit would have even transpired. She probably wouldn't even got to the point to where old girl even told her about the situation, right? Because she would have been deuce already out. Like, this is not what that is, you know? So...
With him, you done got your child's father's PayPal cut off. So now he is, of course, upset because people need PayPal. Mm-hmm. And now you're here with me, and now it's my turn. It's my turn for everything. Mm-hmm. Again, being the naive, wanting love, also dealing with a person who, in the beginning, you're sharing with me all of your woes and your babe, like say your child's father he's not facilitating the relationship between you and your daughter. Your housing doesn't work. You have
all of this shit is too soon for you to be telling me all your fucking baggage and shit, bro. All right, I don't need to know any of that. I don't even need to know you like that, honestly. That's gonna gradually happen over time if you make it there, right? But right out the gate, that's another red flag, man. If right out the gate niggas is just venting to you about like their whole life story and oh my gosh, this and that happened, like, it's a red flag, fam. They probably want something from you. They probably want you to help them in some type of way. Not to say that you can't help people, but I'm saying that it takes time to vet a person. Not just a week, not just a month, not even 6 months, Maybe a year and a half, something like that. Like, you really have to take your time to figure out whether or not this person is even worth dealing with. Because a person, 9 times out of 10, is going to come into the situationship, friendship, relationship with a mask on, right? And over time, that mask will slip and you will figure out who the person really is. But if you're only dating the person for a week, a month, 6 months, they can make sure that mask stay on, And some people wear that mask until they get married, and then the fucking marriage goes sour because they take the mask off and everything goes to fucking shit hell. So all I'm saying is we have to pump the brakes once again, all right? Park the U-Haul back at the fucking U-Haul store, all right? Walk your ass back home or take an Uber back home and take your time getting to know a person. Because if you don't, this is the result. And once again, this is a result of not loving yourself. If you truly love yourself, you're not going to allow yourself to be in this predicament. All right. You're not going to allow yourself to, okay, of course, you as a human being, you might empathize with somebody, and that's okay to do. But I'm not finna take on what you got going on, baby girl. That ain't got shit to do with me. Call me selfish or whatever the case may be. It's self-love. And I ain't got time for that. I don't. Right? And no, you're not finna mark me up. Set your sights on me all you want. But look, that's not finna happen. Not over here. So, once again, it's all about self-love. But anyway.
No income, all of that stuff. What person in their right mind... Well, okay, I can't even say that because I wasn't in my right mind, I guess. A person not in their right mind, in the state of vulnerability that was in the moment, is, again, going to feel like, okay, I need to help this person out. I'm starting to fall in love with this person. I need to help her out. in the beginning, was going to work with
boy.
her because she wanted to. Y'all, be smart. I was not feminine. In order to be an atmosphere model, you have to be feminine. I did those things for her because we didn't want to part. It's not me. Don't put that on me. We didn't want to part. You were telling me so many crazy stories about the situations you were going through. You were telling me the person that you're calling your sister now was stealing from you. Stealing from you. That's how you told me one of your phones got lost because she stole your phone.
Hearing all of this, like if I'm hearing all of this and I'm taking the situation, I'm hearing all of this and I'm slowly deleting her number out of my phone. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. And I'm going to slowly start cutting off communication. Like, honestly, you know, if I don't just sever it right then and there. Because at this point, baby girl, you got a lot going on in your life, you know. You need to handle that. And when you handle that, you want to come back around, maybe we can fuck around or get to know each other some more, cool. But it sounds like you got a lot going on. That's a little too much for me to handle. You know, I got my own life, my own shit going on, right? So,
And the other one is broken. Like, it's always an excuse. You telling me she going around spreading STDs to people and not telling them that she has it. These are the stories you were telling me. You're feeding me all of these crumbs, and you already see the type of person I am. I'm going to help. That's just the person I am. Still to this day, I'm helping.
But when are you going to stop and help yourself? When are you going to stop and help yourself? How has this been going for you? Real questions that need answers, honestly. Because if you don't help yourself, how the fuck are you going to be able to help other people? And if you do help other people, they're just going to fucking shit on you. Shit is just fucking, you know, sliding off your face. You're feeling upset, but you put yourself in these predicaments. Because you didn't value you. That's the whole thing about it. We all want to feel like we're this knight in shining armor and we got our fucking knife out for everybody else. But what about you? Why are you not cutting for you? Why don't you have your own fucking back, my nigga? Why are you abandoning yourself for other people? Why are you being mean to yourself by not having your own back? That don't make you feel no type of way. And maybe you don't look at it like that, but maybe you should. Because if you don't have your own back, who will? She ain't gonna have it, but you had hers. You didn't even have your own. That's the whole point. Self-love. Self-love. Right? You gotta have that. Your cup has to be full before you can pour into somebody else. I say this all the time, y'all. You know, the fact that you had everybody else's back and you abandoned yourself, how do you feel like that's going to do any wonders for your own self-esteem? Your own self-esteem will take a hit because you're not there for yourself. You don't have your own back. If anything, that should be the most shameful thing ever, you know? Not being there for yourself. And I feel you. I'm not judging you because I've been there too. But all I'm saying is you have to, like, be aware of these things. You know, like, I'm nailing myself to the cross for other people who wouldn't do the same, my nigga. You have to look out for you.
So I help.
You're not this woman's dad. Yeah, you might have wanted her to call you daddy, right? But I ain't your daddy. Call your daddy. Call your baby daddy. Call somebody else, but not me. Because I ain't got shit for you. Because I got to have me, baby. Just like you have to have you.
I let you
Who texted me?
into the apartment. Worst mistake ever. Now again, you have to understand that Lou is coming to my house where I live with my ex-girlfriend, who I was best friends with, and my friend, whom I've never had sex with. I might be a player, but I'm not that much of a player to have two women who I...
Go ahead, player. Go ahead, Tay. Let me rewind that right quick.
Who I was best friends with, live with my worst mistake ever. Now again, you have to understand that Lou is coming to my house where I live with my ex-girlfriend, who I was best friends with, and my friend, whom I've never had sex with. I might be a player, but I'm not that much of a player to have two women.
My nigga Tay said I might be a player, you know, but I wasn't hitting that one. I hear you. Nah. I hear you.
Okay, that's a bit much. Lou was fully aware of it all, to the point that when she met us for the first time and came to the apartment, she brought them these huge ass avocados. It was the gift to the house. You knew the situation. You didn't care about the situation because you knew I was already your next mark. You didn't care. Ain't no way somebody can get away with not telling a person that they live with their ex-girlfriend and friend, which you calling a person I was having sex with. Who can get away with that? How can you get away with that? Don't you think somebody would be upset and say something? No, I was forthcoming from the jump. Just like I was forthcoming about the fact that I was in a rocky relationship. I had been forthcoming from the jump. I didn't want to start off no new relationship with bullshit lies. That's so untrue. She knew every single time. She knew the next time. She knew every single time, for survival reasons, that I had to be in an uncomfortable situation. I had to take her. She had nowhere to go. These were people I already knew. They didn't have no problem housing me. I had to convince them to house her because she had nowhere to go. This had nothing to do with me. I didn't want her. I never lived with a girlfriend like that ever.
My thing is, what did Lou do to earn all of this? This whole video, all you have been talking about is things that you have done for her. What has she done for you? Like I said, the beauty is in the duty. What has she done for you, my nigga? What makes her beautiful? How did she earn this?
I didn't want to have to take on this huge responsibility.
I'm sorry. I don't care how good the pussy is. How did we get here?
No YouTube money. I just had social work money. I barely could take care of myself.
How did we get here?
But again, the loving, generous person that I am, the stupid person that I...
But you're not loving and generous to yourself, my nigga. You're saying the loving, generous person that I am, but how much love were you showing yourself when you were putting yourself on the back burner for a motherfucker that you barely even knew? Right? Over lust or over, like, wanting somebody there, wanting affection or whatever the case is. And you're not stupid. It just is what it is, you know? It's a life lesson, and it would be stupid to repeat it because now you have the knowledge and wisdom from it. So it would be stupid to repeat it because now you know. But no, you're not stupid for going through it. You had to go through it so you could grow through it so you could understand what the fuck happened, right? So just don't make the same mistake again, you know? Boss up.
I did it. By the time she got into the house, I started to notice some things almost immediately. She was an atmosphere model, like I said. As an atmosphere model, their job is pretty much to drink and party. That's their job. To bring on the atmosphere so everybody else has a good time. Everybody thinks the club is popping.
Okay.
The club music, and again, she said I was there, right? The club music was so bad, and I can honestly say this to y'all. I could see how anybody will become an alcoholic having to do that shit every night. Because to get through the night, hearing, because it was those type of clubs, you gotta be plastered. So she's coming from a situation where she's used to being plastered almost every night to another situation with 3 working individuals who work throughout the whole day, come back, do it all again.
Normal shit.
Of course, I am okay with partying as long as I know the person I'm partying with has self-control.
Facts.
Very quickly into our relationship, I realized that Lou had a problem with liquor, and very quickly into our relationship, she admitted to having a problem with liquor. This was not a situation that came over time. No, it got worse over time, but it didn't. It was here from the beginning. It started before me. All of this shit started before me, and that's another thing I need y'all to understand. This is a pattern that was established before me. I just dealt with it for way too long. That's the only freaking thing I feel wrong about in this situation.
Yeah, you should have nipped that shit in the bud, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
In her drinking like that, and in me, of course, wanting her to be comfortable and stuff like that, in the beginning, I thought that it was okay to have liquor bottles. I always had liquor bottles in the apartment. We 3 20-something-year-olds rooming in Brooklyn, New York, living the Brooklyn, New York life. You have liquor bottles. I started to notice that I've never seen a person drink and consume that much liquor in a day. I would buy a big ass bottle of brandy because that's all I could afford in the moment. And by the time I got home, it would be done. A big bottle.
That's
and she would
crazy.
Be knocked out.
That's crazy.
Every day.
Wow.
So eventually you coming home every day like, okay.
Again.
You knocked out every day. I'm just give me your liquor supply. You got a fully stocked fridge. What am I doing?
What have you been doing from jump, my nigga? Like, how did we get here once again?
I need y'all to understand, throughout the situation, there was always times where I'm like, what the hell am I doing? So the first thing I asked her was to please start cleaning at least. Okay? She didn't know how to do that.
So she wasn't cleaning. Don't sound like she was cooking. She was drinking up all the fucking alcohol. Like, what benefit did she have to you, bro? None. And I can understand if you were attracted to the girl or whatever the case may be, but attraction ain't gonna do it, baby. Real attraction is in your duty. Like I said, not in your beauty. So, we don't have much to work with.
She would sweep things under the bed. Just
this is bad.
Things that were not like what I would expect from a person who is an adult who has lived on their own. Like, it was just every shortcut you could possibly take, that's what she would do. Just so she could, like, appease me. And that's kind of what our whole relationship pattern became. Doing just enough in a moment to appease me until the next time where she realized I was finna really be over it, and then she would do just enough again. Mm-hmm. For her to make it seem like she just came to me as a person that was established is just the biggest bold-faced lie. She came to me as a person who needed help, and I provided help. Nobody that's established in their right mind is just gonna leave their job, leave everything, and just because a person is so great.
So it sounded like she needed you for what you could potentially provide for her, right? And for her to get out of the situation she was in. Sounds like you needed her because you wanted love, you wanted affection that you weren't giving yourself. So both of you guys had that attachment to each other for the wrong reasons, you know? And all of it stems from not loving yourself. The reasons why she was doing what she was doing is because she didn't love herself either. You know, there's no way that you can be destructive and drink a whole bottle of whatever it is every single day to the point that you pass out every single day and love yourself. That's not a possibility. Like, that doesn't go hand in hand. If you love yourself, you will not be destructive to your body, your mind, your spirit in that type of way. And if you truly love yourself, you would have went with your intuition that was telling you that this bitch is no good for me, right? So, you know.
That just doesn't make sense, bro. Doesn't make sense. Anybody that actually has a job knows that that shit don't make sense. Not after the second date. Nobody's gonna do that. They might move in, yes, you all lesbians, but nobody's gonna leave their job.
Like I said, bro. Like I said, honestly and truly, this never should have happened. Never should have happened. But it is what it is.
You didn't have a job. You had housing. Straight up, Lou enjoys sleeping. That's her thing. She loves to sleep. If you know Lou, you know that she very well could be asleep. So her coming into the situation with me not having to have a job because, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, this person is going through so much. Like, in the beginning, I'm like, oh my God, I want to just take care of her. Eventually, I'm like, all right, now, it's been some time. You're clearly not the best cleaner. So maybe you could help provide something to the situation so that at least I'm being helped financially since I am, you know, better at taking care of the house chores. Because, you know, like, you got to do something. It was so hard to get her to want to work. It was a huge issue the entire time. You know it was a huge issue because the job she actually took, and for her to act like she never had no job, I don't know if that was communicated, that she had jobs while we were living together. It's not like she didn't have no job. She worked at the 9/11 Museum and she worked at the Brooklyn Kitchen. She communicated that to y'all many times before. That was all her money. All her money. Okay? She still never paid me for shit. Just putting that out there. She still lived with me. And again, this started another pattern in our relationship. No matter what she was making, it didn't matter. I was responsible for, like, the living, everything. I was responsible for rent, responsible for electricity, responsible for everything. Because she cannot put anything in her name. Nothing. She can't even have a phone in her name. And we'll get to the phone situation as well. So when you're in a situation where everything has to be in your name and a person is choosing not to pay you, what choices do you have? All you can do is pay for it.
No, you can kick her ass out, like where she should have been, out, not in your house.
And y'all also have to understand that if she's saying that she left her job in the beginning and you stayed with me, and it took us a long time to see $1 from YouTube, who was supporting you the whole time? Me and Kenny, the whole time. Matt already cut you off. He was looking for you. You was scared to go to see your mother in DC because he was looking for you. You only had me and Kenny in that moment. Not by choice. For neither one of us. Not by choice. Trust me. By circumstance. And the fact that you would make it look like this shit was my decision is crazy as hell. That's crazy. That's so freaking off the chain crazy. I can't even understand it. How you would try to be that, like, how do you still have more room for manipulation? How?
This is the thing, though. She showed you who she told you who she was from jump. She let you know that she scammed the nigga, bruh. And you say, come here, honey, let me make everything right. So it's just like, I don't understand why you feel like she wouldn't do something like this. She already showed you who she was. You didn't believe her. That's the issue. She flipped her cards over and showed you her hand. And you said, I'll still take you. So what do you expect? Like, what do you expect?
Still have that? She apparently mentioned that she wore synthetic wigs because that's all she had the money for. Go look at Lou's whole history. Lou always wore synthetic wigs. She used to brag about this. We called it 88. It was her jam. How the hell you gonna blame me for you buying that shit for yourself? That had nothing to do with me. I don't know nothing about hair. Look at my hair.
Say it's funny as fuck, bro. You funny as hell, buddy.
I did everything.
I'm not even gonna comment on the wig. I ain't even gonna go there because women be getting sensitive and shit. So we ain't even gonna touch that. But hey,
and this is without her working before there was even a YouTube to keep her on the same platform as me. I didn't have to do none of that. I am not your husband, your wife.
But you was acting like it, my nigga. That's the thing. And now this is where it got you, bro.
I am not your mother or your daddy.
So we can blame Lou all day, but at the end of the day, man, on both sides, y'all have to both take the blame for it, right? Because you allowed it. Not saying that it's right what she did, but if you're gonna allow it, a motherfucker gonna run rampant. If you allow a child to eat whatever they want, they're gonna have hot Cheetos, Takis, sour Skittles, Reese's Pieces, and ice cream for their diet. No, you can't allow that, right? You have to tell the child, hey, whenever you do this, right? When you eat your veggies and all of this shit, then you can have this and that and the other, right? Same thing. If you do X, Y, and Z, I will reward you. You know what I'm saying? With some good pussy, with some good head, whatever the case is, right? You don't just off the bat give them anything they desire. Of course they're gonna fucking run rampant. Hello? They didn't earn it. You know? Like, come on, man. Come on.
I did that out of
Tighten
love.
Up, bro.
This is before she even had a job.
Out of what love? You didn't even know the bitch. You didn't know her well enough. You didn't know her well enough.
Ever in this situation. Confirmable, that is very rare that Lou can keep a job in any situation. She's been fired multiple times, including when we were in a relationship.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been fired too, because a nigga can't tell me what to do. So I done got fired. So that don't say much. But I will say, though, that in her case, it sounded like she just wanted somebody to take care of her.
She was fired from 9/11 for cussing an old lady out. What? I've never been fired from a damn thing.
Shit, I've been fired. For sure, for sure.
Look at work ethic, people. Look at work ethic. Just look at it. All the shit is right in front of you. Look at the even editing of the video. We did this shit together for 5 years.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times in those 5 take on the breadth of that work, and it was never like no paying attention to at all.
Look, how a relationship starts is how it's going to finish. That's how it's going to go. So if you enter the situationship or the relationship under the pretense of I'm doing everything for you and I'm breaking my back for you and you ain't got to do shit but just show up and look how you looking, then that's exactly how the relationship is going to go. The way you start is the way you finish. It is what it is. You know, so you cannot go from I'm doing everything for you to expect later down the line that she's going to do anything. No, my nigga, you done enabled her, you know, and she's just going to do whatever the fuck she wants to do. So that's the thing, man. This shit is crazy.
Falling asleep next to me while I'm trying to show her what each button means because she has no interest in that at all. At all. None. But it's not that she don't have no interest in it. It's that if somebody else will do it for her, she will always take that choice.
Of course.
Always.
That's why you can't allow it, my nigga. That's why you have to make her work for it, fam. That's why. And she knows that you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? She like, oh, this weak ass nigga, bro. Like, nah, I ain't going to do it. She going to do it anyway. So, I mean, come on,
And if
man.
she realizes she's in a position where a person has no choice but to do it, oh, you really in for a rude awakening day. Because she's definitely not going to do it then.
Well, I hope that you learn, man. I hope that you learn. Let me know how y'all feel. I already did a lot of talking in this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all did, like or dislike, I don't care. If you even clicked on the video, I appreciate it so much, man. And yeah, let me know how y'all feel. Seeing this part, I'm going to react to her other one and also the receipts of her paying Lou and shit like that. All right, so let me know. Like I said, all of this boils down to both people did not love themselves, and this is just the concoction of bullshit that happened and that it led up to because of that. But anyway, guys, love yourself. All right, value yourself. Go into that closet with the skeletons and demons in it. I know it can be scary as fuck, but it's some of the most rewarding work that you can do on yourself. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell the ancient mama, tell the Uncle Joey still a hoe. I will see you guys in the next motherfucking video, and I love y'all, man. Peace. We out, baby.